is not autonomy again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but what I say so.
And face the issue. We speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Omegi.
I wish to be something else. So bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Omegi.
I wish to be something else. So we not vote for Latin and we here. Oh, people dying in Kinja. Horses money is single. Parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in job. 100 years back and forth. Jaros life didn't go up. Yahweh Suole betray the labor. They can't call over to finish game. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are leaving, oh. After the 100 days, like us, be the quota, oh. But what can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
And the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking say the tip got to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping among the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 minute roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only one talking say we are coming a bro. They been bossing from Ghana, the people send police for A, yellow machine for China, they come and say let no for A.
Yama, we're not feeling from here. Joseph Boga been poor in Meso.
What they get it made into SAP. What they get it made into SAP.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Oh, we play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get the comment like Asaki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, part of fake impression. They get it up and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that party in the asking when the train will go? But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think of the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
They also said it like they don't a young people property. But Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for back out the rapping. The country fire on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
Our government secure all financing, all road network in the country, major road network, assigned to the president. We are a 10-year electricity financing, 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it,
That's the end of this country.
Well, I can laugh the government, all the ministers in the government, they can laugh. They people are also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson Williams, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but they say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today We witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Bouaka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Bouaka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despair. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bouaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better home then for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see a failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country. And
outside on December 17th, in most capitals of different countries, especially in Montserrat, where thousands of Liberians will turn out from 6 a.m. on the 17th of December at the premises of the Executive Mansion to peacefully make demands that are consistent with the Constitution of the Republic that gives citizens the right, the constitutional obligation to require of their governors or their state actors the need to take proactive democratic actions or reform when their safety or their security so requires. The safety and security of Liberians at this time requires the need for a peaceful and not violent democratic revolution in Liberia. That revolution begins on December 17th, and it is irreversible. And once it is initiated, it will not be cut off until Joseph Yimon Boakai will make the wise decision to listen to the demands of the people and commence a scrupulous process to implement all the demands that will be contained in our assembly on that day. We will be very peaceful, we will be law-abiding, but we will be fearless. And we will converge at the executive mansion. And the decision of the people to converge at a property that is a custody of the citizens will not be negotiated. It will not be negotiated. It will not be deterred. No by tear gas canisters, no by hot water trucks, or by police bullets. On December 17, we will not be detoured. We will not be turned around. We will not take no for an answer. The Liberian people in the thousands, possibly in the tens of thousands, will converge right before the front yard, the front pavement of the executive mansion, because that place is a property of the people, and the people will not be denied the right to converge on their property. Any justification to the contrary that will seek to deny the people their right to converge at that very spot will not only be contested, but will be resisted, will be fought with every ounce of our blood, ideologically, of course, peacefully, because it is by precedence that citizens can be allowed to assemble at that very spot. And we will not be denied our rights because we are like
and the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of money.
If our president of this country, as God show you his wonder, you're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to answer because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the board do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He said me.
Connections there, you not get it.
Yeah, no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No he, no tea.
When he was 12 years old early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
It does not have that contact. The standards got a type of worker.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their funding.
Okay, folks, what a wonderful way to say welcome. A pleasant good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending your location, and welcome to the program Face the Issues. We are grateful to be here this evening to talk more about our country, Liberia, Africa, and the rest of the globe. And certainly, we are grateful. And together, we hope that we're going to discuss issues in the best interest of our country, Mama Liberia, to move our country forward. This is our country. This country is ours. And we must all work together. We must all do whatever it takes to move our country forward. And certainly, we will continue to do. We will do whatever it takes to move this country forward. In spite of the difficulties, the challenges, we know there will always be challenges, difficulties. They are associated with life. They are certainly associated with life. Difficulties, challenges, they are associated with life. There's no way you can do away with them. So they're part of life. So whenever the day they come your way, you make sure you have to be strong. So you should always create room to accommodate them. Yes, they are certainly part of life. So we're grateful to join you today again, the 4th of December, on this edition of the program Face the Issues. The Anthony Allah would have loved to be here, but due to some engagement, unforeseen circumstances, he's unable to be here. But however, we are grateful to be here again to discuss more about our country, Liberia, folks. And like I said, this is certainly our country, And this is the only country we can never be deported. So if Liberia should be better for all of us, it requires collective efforts. Collective efforts. Everybody must join hands. All of us, not one person, not a single person, will have to do it. It should be a collective responsibility, collective one. It should be you, it should be me, it should be whoever. Once you are a Liberian, you have a responsibility to your country. Once you are a Liberian, you have a responsibility. And we need to do whatever it takes. So my name is Newton Tukpa. So I'm sitting here, like I always say, and I just feel that, I have the kind of blessing. Like somebody would say, humility pays a lot. It's good to be humble. Yes, humility pays a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So, bro, yeah. Welcome, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. I'm sure tomorrow, bro, we'll be on the diaspora edition of the show. Bro, Leo, Prince, Sharif, they are my guys. So, tomorrow again, they will join us so we can talk more about this country. Yeah. So, bro, the teacher is somewhere around. Don't worry, the teacher is somewhere around. So, like I said, folks, this is our country, and nobody else will do it for us unless ourselves. We ourselves. We need to take the stand. We need to believe in ourselves to say, yes, we can make it. And certainly we can make it. We can definitely make it. We can make it. We need to be strong. We need to sacrifice. We need to be committed to move our country forward. So, folks, we have too many issues we're going to be looking at. The quote-unquote, the Unity Party homecoming is, I think, today's, day after tomorrow, Saturday, December 6th. Yes, they will be going home. I don't know where they have been. Where have they been? Where have they been that they're going home? Where have they been? Have they been displaced? So they're going home. People say they're going home. But where have you guys been? The UPS now, where have you guys been that you're going home? Were you guys displaced or what? Then I say you're going home. You're going home, yes. Granted. But you're using Liberian people money, you say you're going home. But, like I said, interesting. Liberia is just, like I always say, is an interesting country. A very, 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 very interesting country. Our President Bouaka, is out of the country. He's in Nigeria, Imo State. He had gone to form part of an engagement there, and blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about that a little bit. And, I read the president's speech relative to the engagement there in Imo State, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We'll come to that issue. But we'll start off with the fundraiser, right? The Unity Party. Today, I will bring you a video here. These people is not easy on Unity Party. A Unity Party is doing everything. They don't care about the Liberians any longer. They don't care about the Liberians any longer. All they after now is to build themselves. Yes. All they after right now, they are doing everything humanly possible, everything possible to build themselves. So their primary focus is not you, but it's about them. What they can get right now, how they can build themselves. Before thinking about you, the Liberians. You voted them to power. They are all here talking about raising funds. When Liberians are suffering, when there are no medicines in the different hospitals, the different schools, no chairs for students to sit. In some of the schools, teachers have laid down chalks. Our health practitioners, they are complaining about salaries issue. Months of unpaid salaries. Nurses, doctors. The government is not thinking about, funny and applicable solutions to those problems. But what the government is focused right now is to build a party headquarters. Could you imagine that? Are you kidding me? This government, that's why I said this United Party is a useless party, very useless. This party has led this country for 12 years. 2005, they came to power. 2005. 2005. The first democratic elections was held 2005. The election that brought President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to power. From 2005, 12 years in power, you were unable to build party headquarters. And you were all here. You're talking about, the CDC. But CDC, prior to CDC coming to power, they had a 30 area. Very gigantic. Big area. Well, old party. Very old party. CDC is a new party, just coming. But now you are computing now. You are trading behind the CDC. So anything the CDC does, you want to do yours. The CDC should be, following you, emulating your example, not you to be trading behind the CDC. Why would United Party be trading behind the CDC? When the CDC should be trading, it's just like the GM ball. The last ball, the GM ball now is after the last ball. You can be the first. The firstborn. Then the firstborn should be somebody that, your younger brothers and sisters will follow you. Your examples, your good examples. But now, your Giombo, the CDC, your Giombo. You did the party, you the Giombo. As old as you are, now you are trading behind the CDC. Anything the CDC does, you want to do yours. You want to do yours. And I hear others they're talking about a rule of law. Rule of law. Why would you be talking about good governance, rule of law, when you don't respect the tenets of democracy? All of them making speeches, when they leave the country, they go out. What they present that, they present as though, they are doing what they're saying. But they go outside, they give speeches to present to the world that, yes, Liberia, is on the path. We listen to Joseph Walker, but I will do my own analysis about his speech he delivered. In Nigeria, the president pro tempore, she spoke at the ECOWAS parliament, calling on the parliament to adopt policies and mechanisms that will address factors that continue to undermine democracy in the sub-region. But you guys are the problem. So now you are calling on ECOWAS to adopt policies and mechanisms that will, address factors undermining democracy in sub-region. Where were you? People were all here. The impasse at the level of the House of Representatives. Fonatikova, when the Supreme Court ruled that Fonatikova was a legitimate speaker, the executive said no. We were not. And the Senate, you, Yomli Kanga Lawrence, Senate Pro Tem, you were there, and you preferred to work with Rachel Coon. So, was it not undermining democracy? So you think ECOWAS, the very ECOWAS sent delegation of Liberia to come and mediate to find amicable solution to the speakership, the impasse at the House of Representatives. We all sat here. We didn't listen to them. So what do you want for ECOWAS to do? When you can't build yourself, you think ECOWAS will come to build your country? When you don't respect the tenets of democracy, when ECOWAS and mediation team to come and mediate here, when the impasse was at the House of Representatives, you all fail to give ears. You all prefer to work with Rachel Coon, the regime speaker, leaving out the legitimate speaker. I was surprised at the action of the Senate. The Senate being so responsible. They've been so responsible. The House of Elders, sensible minds. I thought the Senate would have been so rational to say, yes, since the Supreme Court has ruled that Councillor Fonatikova is a legitimate speaker, we will deal with him relative to the budget. But you decided, honor your gavel. As Senate Pro Tem, you decided to work with Rachel Coon. But now you call it on the ECOWAS Parliament. to adopt policies and mechanisms to adjust factors undermining democracy in its sub-region. Where are we today? Where are we, folks? Where are we heading? But let me play this video, and this is Kakata today. I tell you, it's not easy on the United Party people. The pressure is on them. They are in government, but the pressure is certainly on them. It's not easy. The pressure is on them. It's not easy. You will not understand. It's not easy. The pressure is really on them. They're fighting. And CDC, I like how CDC is putting the pressure on them. CDC is really putting the pressure on them. So whenever they hear about CDC breaking ground here, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, I went to Kakata for the groundbreaking ceremony of the proposed CDC headquarters in Kakata. I think Kalasco, the Margibi County Senator Natana Mangil, they were all there spearheading that initiative. And today, you listen to one of the commissioners from Kakata, Ben Fofana, talking about at the fundraiser today, talking about they want to secure their own area, they want to build their county headquarters. All of that, it sounds for me, they're funny. It sounds hilarious. It's very comical, very comical. So hilarious. So y'all be trading beyond the CDC. It wasn't a mistake when President Weah said we lead, they follow, and that's what's happening right now. They are following. So the CDC is leading and they are following. So the CDC is teaching them. The CDC is teaching them. Y'all see that video here? Let me show you the video. This is a Kakatao. United Party in Kakatao. On the phone, and talking say, have United Party won the election massively in Kakatao. What is massively? What a margin. When you said massive, that means the margin was wild, was overwhelming, was wild. What was the margin between the CDC and United Party in Margibi County? There's a Ben Fofana. Let me bring you the video. Listen to them. And you'll see somebody sitting on the platform. The person making phone call because the people has refused to turn up. The man is sitting on the platform making phone calls, calling somebody, I don't know, raving. So like all I say, you're not coming for the United Party fundraising, threatening you on the phone. You listen to it. Let me play you the video. This is where we are reached as a people, yes, as a country. This is where we are reached. They are now looking for people. Because the pressure is on them. CDC continues to put the pressure on them. They all here calling on the phone, threatening people to show up. Threatening people. Let me play you this video. Let me play this video so you can see. Let me play this.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Ahead of the Unity Party homecoming.
Yes, full of people. And the whole country Margibi County
scheduled for Saturday.
They're looking for people here. Not in front of yes, you hear full of people. That's why the whole place empty. Today, you can you see how the pressure is on them? And listen to somebody. You see a fellow speaking somewhere on the platform there. You see him calling someone out there. The guy with the United Party club with the scrappy partnership. Listen to him.
Schools and parties. Of course, this is in the 6 party helpers. We have schools and parties. Of course, this particular side being chaired by Representative Fofana, and now Commissioner Tia. And so, guests are always arriving. And you see, this is the Department Chief. Remy, how are you?
Okay, listen. Okay, this is the area. Listen to him calling Reverend. Reverend, how are you? Now, all of you plan not to come for the unit. Okay, listen, Keely, you listen to him. He said on the platform, with the United Party stuff on his neck, oh, nothing, I look the banner on his neck. Listen, you see him with the phone, the phone is in one of the ears. and calling Revy, where are you? That all your players do not come for the fundraising. You see how you're making us shame? See how disgraceful it is. Ruling party. Listen to him.
Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Give me some right. Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Give me some right. Then you never program will go close to the door, start to look at 4 guys. And it says on 4 players, and just and then 23.
Yeah? So why you want to disgrace all like this? All of your playing other company ready? So it's tough on them. They call it Revy. Revy, where you all your playing other company, you know about the program. So like all of our membership, we are until 4 o'clock. You listen to them. They're begging. The guy said it on the platform. Let me play. Listen to him again. Calling. They're calling people. The people have refused to show up. They have refused to turn up. So they are calling out the guys calling Revy. Revy will leave a church. They can't sit down and do what he. They can't waste the time. The time Revy should be talking to a member. Praying for the country. Revy should leave it. They can't sit down right down. They can't waste time for nothing. They can't waste the time. You see how disgraceful these people are? So embarrassing and shame. Reckless, useless. You see how useless they are? My DB County, they all here calling Revy, calling people on the phone, threatening them to show up. You don't do that. When CDC is having programs, CDC would never call people on phone. Once CDC announced that yes, we have a rally, the people will make their way, they will walk. They will pay their own money to go there. You will not see maybe Kalasco or Mangi or people sitting on the platform when the program has already been called to order. How was the preparation done? When the program has already been called to order, then you calling people, oh, Revy, why you saw all your play to not show up for the United part of the program? So y'all want to make us sheep? See how disgraceful, see how useless this party is? Very useless political party. You see how useless they are? The trading behind the CDC. You listen to the guy calling Revy again, my people. Very, very disgraceful. Very, very disgraceful.
Revy, how are you? Revy, how are you? Revy, how are you?
Edwin Dema.
Now they are playing out the country. You by the school. Give me some right. Then you never the program will go close to the door, start to look at 4 guys. And it says on 4 players, and just and then 23. Give me some right.
Somebody's laughing. The man who friend laughing on the platform. So the program so we sort of start, we sort of finish 4 o'clock. But so all I plan to not show them. Wow! Imagine, but if I see how the whole place empty, whole county fundraising program today. See how the whole place empty. See how the whole place empty, folks. They're crying, calling people, begging. Revy, how are you? Now all your players will not come for the United Party program. Your program is supposed to be coming to an end 4 o'clock. So now all your players will not come. Amen. Sorrowful, man. Yeah. When the people say they are not for you, they are not just for you. You can't force love. Love is something that you can't force. You see the CDC? The CDC is loved. So that's why the CDC is not bothered about, about population, because they have the people. And the people love their party. But now you need the party. You're fighting, you're struggling. You're struggling now. Imagine you have the resources, you're ruling the ruling party. You in power. you have the fundraiser. Well, all the money is spent giving the people to show up, but the people still say the people are not happy. The people are not satisfied. The people still say yes, will not show up. The people do not believe in your leadership. They don't. The people do not believe in your leadership. That's why they're not showing up. Then you call it on phone. That all of your play, hey man, sorry for man. When people him up be not for you, they're not for you. You can't force love. When the people don't love the party, they just don't love the party. The people say they love George Weah. So if it was a CDC, saw the CDC just groundbreaking program in Kangata. Just groundbreaking program in Kangata. Well, Kalasco and Mageda, you saw the number of people that show up. Just groundbreaking program in Kangata. Then you have one of the commissioners, not just commissioner, before he became commissioner, he was representative for 12 years in a very Margiri district for Ben Fofana. So you want to tell me Ben Fofana doesn't have influence? After leading that district for 12 years as representative, before becoming commissioner, LTA, commissioner, then you don't have control over people that you led for 12 years? Honorable Ben Fofana, a son of Margiri County, who was in government. Then you post, I will play Ben Fofana voice. We're talking about, and the party won Margiri massive and will do SYZ again, blah, 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 blah. Yes, your one Margiri granted, but what is dividend? You were crying, oh yeah, you say you voted for the Unity Party government. You were crying. How many of your sons have been appointed, with the exception of Ben Fofana? It was quite recently they appointed the former Margiri Superintendent John Bowie. After too many outcry, people crying, and they voted the Unity Party without even appointing 3 of their sons in ministerial positions, all top government positions. You were all here crying until they appointed the former superintendent of Margiri County, John Bowie. You see how disgraceful they are sitting on our platform, calling, crying for people to come for your fundraising program. You see how disgraceful it is? You can fight grace. You can never fight grace. George Weah is a man of grace. George Weah is a man of blessing. And that grace is a sign to George Weah. That's something that God gave him. You can fight him. You can take it from him. That's his gift. God gave it to him. You can never fight him. So you will continue to cry for people. You will continue to call Rebbe and whoever you want to call, you should call them. You're not start crying here. It's just starting. You're not start crying here.
Remy, how are you? I'm chief. Remy, how are you? 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 Remy, how are you?
Now all you play, not to come to the Unity Party program to tell you that not easy. Just by sitting on the platform and making phone calls. You know why it tells you? It tells you that the people have refused to show up. You know, now on the platform is always saying now you be calling people that to come for program. So how you play the program? You've been playing that program long since. You have been playing the program long since. Then now you said you're on platform and calling people, rapping that all of you playing that to come for the program. Hey man, you see how sorrowful it is? You see how sorrowful it is? Yeah. See, he said thing. See, look at the platform. They are ashamed. Look at the platform. They're calling Reverend there. Oh, Reverend saying, "Get the chair, you guys." Reverend saying, Reverend saying, "Get the chair, you guys." Reverend, where are you? Amen. Amen. Folks, folks, see what happening to them today. Might give you the counter fundraising My GB County. Eh? See here. They're calling people. Said when the program has already been called all imagine when the program has already been called to order, you're calling people, sitting on the platform. The program is already going on, they calling for. The people say, you're not coming. Then the guy, I see somebody sitting on the very platform, the man laughing at him. The man is laughing at him. Because you know the reason why the man is laughing at him? The man is laughing at him because that should have been done, that is overdue. That should have been done maybe 1 or 2 days to your program. Because when you plan the program ahead of time, you'll do all of the different preparations. But how were the preparations done? Then the program is already in order. You sit on the platform as a platform guest, begging people to come to the program. Shameful and disgraceful. Very disgraceful. Very, very disgraceful. Very, very disgraceful, folks. Reverend not coming nowhere. Reverend say you're not coming. Reverend,
how are you?
Reverend Emma.
Reverend, how are you? Reverend, how are you?
Reverend Emma.
Reverend, how are you?
Reverend Emma.
Then you never the program we don't close to the door, start to look like 4 guys. And it says a 4 player guy on top.
Just and then
2023. Remy, how are you?
Reverend Emma.
Then you never the program we don't close to the door, start to look like 4 guys. And it says a 4 player guy on top. Just and then 2023.
That's not the area. I don't know if it's not. I don't like that. What is that funny? Someone that they said, why you love me? Why you love me? And then the guy was sitting next to him, the man is not here. The guy was up. Okay, this is a guy. They're not here. This is nice for you. Imagine this on the platform. Someone was sitting next to him, the people. They have a lot of money. When you see best players, what people of him, you make it tough. And that's what players doing. Harry. You don't know how. Yes, as representative. When you work commissioners, and you have met up in the question of you are representative. Yes. You learn the district, you talk about district number 4. You got another position in this very United Party government as one of the commissioners at the LTA. You are son of my GB County. You're begging for people. 12 years represent. I can't be 12 years. I can't leave a district for 12 years. Then I can have control over my people if I'm not representative again. But the fact that I'm still in the circle of government, though I'm not representative, but I still in the circle of government, I still have influence. It depends how you relate to your people. The way you relate to them will determine the kind of love they'll have, and whatever you call them, they'll be able to show up. So come, ready, how are you? They already decided how to come to the United Party program. Imagine this, folks, how disgraceful it is. On the part of the ruling party, the United Party. Useless. They're begging for people. It's tough. Look at them. Look at the screen. Look at them. Ready? Where are you? Yes, bro.
Bro, I like the quotation, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's what he's saying, bro. Really? How are you? That way he decided not to talk to the party program. Yeah. Hey, man. What's happening? Then you see LTA Commission of Bank of Finance standing there. Bank of Finance, who area? Somewhere he was born, somewhere he grew up, somewhere he became representative for 12 years. Today, he is commissioner. One of the commissioners at the LTA. So, they don't have control over the people. They use the resources, they use the money. Cash. With cash influence. So, the people get not coming. It's very, very disgraceful. It's very, very disgraceful. Very, very disgraceful. This is where we are. And like somebody said, folks, nobody fights grace. Grace, that's what I said the other day. I think that was on one of our presentations when I said, irrespective of how you present yourself, or irrespective of your stature. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, all right, yeah, Ronnie, yes, okay, thank you. Let me mute it. Yes, okay, thank you, Ronnie. Yes, I muted it already. Yeah, so you can fight grace. You can fight grace. You can fight grace. You can never fight grace. When the people say they love you, they love you. When the people say they are not for you, definitely they are not for you. You can force it. You can force it. You can never force it. You can never force it. You can never force it. The people not for you, they're not for you. They're just not for you. Nothing you can do about it. When the people are not for you, they are not for you. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, I muted the sound already. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Yes, all right. Yes, but this is it. Imagine he says on the platform and calling people, begging people to come for their fundraising program. When that is overdue, when that should have been done, law says, why will you sit as a responsible government, sitting on the platform, calling people, calling Reverend? What do you want for Reverend to do? For Reverend to leave his church, leave his members at the church? When Reverend should be praying for the country, Reverend will leave it and say, no, that kind of nonsense. You think Reverend will go say that? For that kind of nonsense? No. That's why Reverend said, you're not coming. He said, all of us say, you're not coming. Yes, they're not coming. That's what the people say. They are not coming. You can't force them. It's not mandatory. They are not obligated to you. They don't live with you. What are they coming to do? What is the government doing? So you're raising money to go and build party headquarters. How does that apply to the Liberian people? When Liberian people are suffering. When Liberians are living in abject poverty, extreme poverty. When the government is raising money, resources to build structures. Something they should have done. Nonsense. Raising money. No medicines in the different hospitals. JFK, major referral hospitals. Dialysis machines, no. People are getting the problems. They go there, nothing. No machines. The dialysis center at JFK, nothing is there. But you're raising millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. To go and build structure. For your party, not for the Liberian people, for your party. Then you're calling them. The time they should take to be hustling, doing something for their families, they should leave it and go sit down and waste their time to raise money. Their money they should be using to do something else. They should give it to you when you are in government. You see how irresponsible it is? Very irresponsible. Let me show you another video again. Y'all see the superintendent, OJ, they make the superintendent said nobody coming out with me to play with dancing now. So what the superintendent decided, the superintendent said, oh, that dancing. So got the whole platform, the whole play empty. So the superintendent just said, like I do around the ring. Yeah. And no, when you come way back, I think I also do, I think we're in, kindergarten, yeah. Yeah, not kindergarten. Yeah, we're in elementary. I think also, what I know, when you can join the ring, man. Yeah, the circle. You can join the ring. You can be going around the circle. So the superintendent, but I got to do circle. Let's do some more circle thing here. Say the people now want to come. You see the soup.
The honorable manager Sylvester Project of Radio Maggie Life.
Imagine the identifying the parents who are on the front of the screen and playing a journalistic role. You don't want to be some of the they are all here. It's crazy. Imagine this. Look at how separated. Listen. Let's go around. Yeah. Bro, run it. Yes, around the pool. Yeah, around the pool. Let's go around the pool. Around the pool. People just get imagine around the pool. Around the pool. The superintendent said, yeah, that's all the ring. Around the pool, they play
I was drinking, eating ganja when I said it were right. When I picked up the phone, guess what? I'm on my phone. She said, my son, don't worry. For you. So we are going for it.
We got celebrating the Sabbath.
You see them, they're struggling out for people. Yes. Y'all see them. But you can't CDC for small crowd. You can't borrow small crowd for CDC. You'll be fine like that. Your can be again big. You get crowd. So now you can't CDC, you can't borrow small crowd. So you can't borrow big, you're small people then. You can't borrow crowd. We'll borrow your up there. How many people will borrow that will go to car? Yeah. You can't borrow crowd for all. You can borrow some crowd from CDC. You can Joey, for they Joey get some crowd. The CDC will borrow some crowd. Because the people, the people are outnumbers. Seditious are outnumbers. They are playing there. So we can borrow you for December 6th to make a play Park Sumo. Then when many finish to come back on base, they will report on base. So we'll borrow you. You can't borrow crap for CDC. You can't borrow crap. But it's so disgraceful. So disgraceful. And this is what the commissioner, LTA Commissioner Ben Fofana has to say. You listen to Ben Fofana, the former representative of District for 12 years. Listen to Ben Fofana, what he has to say. Today.
Parties of Unity Party and well-wishers of a Unity Party and friends of a Unity Party must make the sacrifice by donating their money to the process. And I want to report to you, before we embark on the process, we set a target for ourselves. I want to report to you that the Unity Party Margibi chapter, in light of the fundraising, we are in good standing. We will be going to Monrovia on the 6th to climb out the fundraising for our party headquarters. There will be competition among the counties. I can report to you, despite our discontentment or disenchantment, the partisans of this country have responded to the call. The same manner they reported to the national call in 2023 by over 1 million voting for Unity Party ticket. The partisans of this country, Unity Party, have also responded positively. In Monrovia on the 6th.
Come on, let's go. Listen to him. We'll use your money. Listen to him further. He said, Ben Fofana is in a party. When he's a commissioner for LP, a son of Margibi County. Look at the gallery. Yeah, bro, you're right. Yeah, but he was embarrassed about the turnout. Ben was embarrassed. Very embarrassed. Ben was very, very embarrassed, bro. Nothing Ben could do. So that's why, yes, Ben couldn't go in the ring. Nothing Ben could do. The only thing Ben would have done, and he did, was to just stay and watch. But, in his right mind, Ben knows exactly, that was disgraceful for the United Party, the ruling party, under their watch, as senior country of the party. His own county. With others who are in government. They were all there. And they are all sons and daughters of Margibi County. He said, let me tell you, in light of the fundraising program, we are in good standing. But we are in good standing. He didn't disclose how much they have generated, how much they have raised. He didn't tell us, but they are in good standing. Undisclosed amount. In good standing. But how much did you guys raise? I don't think they raised only the 500 USA today. See the turnout.
Just to tell you that the people are not satisfied. The people are angry. That's what we said. When the people are angry, they will demonstrate, they will vent their anger through actions. And this is what we are seeing right now. The people are angry, they are sour with this government. And the people are, the citizens are trying to vent, they are venting their anger. Gradually. Yes. Folks, people, it's not easy. It's tough on them. So let's hold them there. Let's go to our next talking point. And like I informed you earlier that the president of Liberia and Joseph Boakai departed the country yesterday for Imo State, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and to attend an engagement there. And he delivered a speech there. So just in passing, I'm sure this will be our final stop. But folks, Liberia, we need to stand up. We really need to stand up. Other presidents, neighboring presidents, are making significant strides. Other presidents are making significant strides. They are fighting for their country. They are fighting for their people. But we are here. We are here. 2 years now. We December 24th. So 2 years. Approximately 2 years now. Nothing. The president travel. He comes back to the country. He brings nothing. He flies private jet to leave the country. Charter flight. He comes back. He brings nothing to the country. Empty travels. The different travels. All empty travels. Very empty. Nothing. Nothing he brings back. But the one, this is what I told you. And this is the reason why I told you that the United Party government, they are not after you. What they are after themselves. They are building themselves up, building themselves, building their houses, building their homes. That's what they're doing. They don't care about you. I was here the last time I told you about the eco mentality, right? And I told you, I said that the eco mentality, this party, United Party believes in the eco mentality. And what is the eco mentality? The eco mentality is when the eco goes up, when the eco sees its prey, it comes down, it collects it, and goes back up. It doesn't come down again until it sees another prey. So the ego has collected its prey. So the ego does not care any longer. So the prey collected at the 2023 election, at the ego finished collecting a food. It gone. The ego does not care about you. It has collected the prey. The prey was the 2023 election. That the food, if you didn't collect it, the ego will not come back again to you. It will not touch down until 2029. Around 2029. And when the food is finishing around 2029, and the ego want to re-energize, want to get new food, want to renew, then you will start. The ego will start to fly, coming down gradually at the level of the ground. Will start flying, coming down, coming down gradually, checking around, looking around for a prey to collect. and go back. This is the mentality they are using. So they don't after you. They don't care about you any longer. They don't care about you. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care how you feel, how you think. They don't care. Because 2029, that's when their food will be finishing. So they want to come out for new food. So they tell Okada, but they're not when they come into on ground, they will not touch ground again until 2029. When they shall come again to re-energize, to renew their food. It's up to you. It's up to you. Folks, it's up to you. It's up to you. You got to make your decision. 2029 is nowhere. We are going. They finish collecting their food. They're up. They're not coming down again. They are not coming down again. They don't need anything from you. Nothing they need from you. So they're not coming down again. Until 2029. Their food, when 2029 reaches, that time their food will already be finished, or it won't be finishing, and they want new food again from you. Then they will come again to collect another food. To re-energize. We can continue like this. We can continue like this, folks. As a country, we can't. As a country, we can't continue like as a citizen. We need to. That's what we need to do. We need to change it around. Imagine. Look at John Mahama. Look at Mother Bio, the 17th president. And these are all counterparts of President Joseph Boakai. How are they leading their country? How are they leading their people? When they're making significant strides. When Joseph Boakai, listen. Nothing. His present, his absent are the same. When I in the country, when he leave, he goes, he comes back, nothing he brings to the country. He uses your resources, the taxpayer money to fly private jet all around here. Quite recently, he was in Morocco for the media festival. What did he bring back to the country? Nothing. He didn't bring a dime to the country, but a trophy. As a certain president, proud, standing up, lifting trophy in the air. That's what President Boakai brought from Morocco. Today he's in Imo State, Nigeria, with nothing again. Nothing. When people are dying. Look at what the police did yesterday at the ministerial complex. Disabled people went to celebrate program the World Disabled Day. Policemen, disabled people. What kind of harm you think those people can be able to do? People who sit in wheelchairs. Hey, man, for God's sake, man. We are humans. We are all humans. We understand. Look at the kind of force the police use on them. The police were aggressive. Disabled people, people who sit in wheelchairs, you disperse them with tear gas, using the kind of force that you are not supposed to use. What is this? What is this is completely autocratic. This is completely authoritarian. What is this? Where is our country heading, folks? Where is our country heading? What is this?
disperse those disabled people yesterday, spraying them with tear gas, using excessive force on them, even to the point journalists from Verity News and Spoon Network, Diamond Slanger, and one of the journalists from Verity, they were assaulted yesterday by the police. The police confiscated their gadgets. Imagine this. Then you're talking about the rule of law. Just as I see, that's just the simple reason why the Millennium Challenge compared the rule of law. That's why the government failed massively in the compared, the MCC compared. Why do you think this government failed massively? And they're still demonstrating those attitudes, those behaviors, those unruly behaviors. They are still demonstrating them. Yesterday, disabled people. What kind of threat do you think those people pose? What kind of threat? What kind of thing that you think they can be able to do to a police officer? People who are disabled. The other thing, the blind people who are visually impaired. They want to protest visually impaired people, even the executive mansion. You went there, you beat them up. You beat the hell out of them. Then you think you respect the tenets of democracy? This is completely authoritarian. This is completely authoritarian leadership. Yes, certainly. Like Akaros Gray said, this is completely totalitarianism. Completely totalitarianism. Autocratic, authoritarian, totalitarianism. Completely. Another word one of your United Party both women are fighting to pronounce. Totalitarianism. She fight the total. Uba both people. Completely totalitarianism. You're all fighting here. You're the United Party that says you get all the bogus people. The most educated people, you're clean. But yes, we're still here. Mata Bio, the Sierra Leone government, under the leadership of President Mata Bio, has secured 300 million. 300 million US dollars, 300 million US dollars to launch the first ever large-scale gold mining plant in Sierra Leone. And the project, the massive project value over 4 million. Over 4 million, not 4 million, but 4 billion United States dollars. The value of that project, they have secured the first 300 million to launch the first ever large-scale gold mine in Sierra Leone. And that project valued over 4 billion US dollars. Mata Bio right here. Bouakar's counterpart. Mata Bio right here. And that alone will create jobs for the country, for Sierra Leoneans. Imagine the project value. The first ever large gold processing plant to be launched in the country, in Sierra Leone. 300 million, they have secured 300 million. And the project worth is 4 billion. Then the Bouakar flying here, he goes, so he comes back. He goes, he comes. Nothing. You know how many jobs that will create for Sierra Leoneans? You know how it's going to boom their economy? But you see us, our economy, the economy has crumbled. Nothing this government is doing to resuscitate the economy. What is the government doing to resuscitate the Liberian economy? Nothing. No job creation. The government is not innovative. But they claim that they have all the experts, the most educated. But what are the expertise doing for the country? To reform the country, to reconsolidate the country. What are they doing? And that's what I said. There's no government can succeed without the opposition. And this is one big mistake that President Bouaga is making, leaving out the opposition. You can succeed without the opposition. Thousands of jobs, 4 billion worth of gold, the first ever large gold processing plant to be erected in Sierra Leone. The president has secured that. Look at John Dramani Mahama of Ghana, one of Bouaga's counterpart again. The other day, President Mahama was invited, the first Ghanaian president, to be invited for a state visit by the Singaporean government. And that state visit was not just state visit, but what was the dividend? What did President Mahama bring back to Ghana? President Mahama, the partnership between Singapore and Ghana, President Mahama was able to secure $1 billion worth of investment deals. These are trips. These are meaningful trips we are talking about. Not free travels. These are meaningful trips we are talking about. $1 billion worth of investment deals he brought back to the country. President Mahama didn't stop there. He invited the German president for 3 days to visit Ghana. They strengthened bilateral relations with other benefits to Ghana. They are making strides, significant strides, when we are not as a country. The oldest African republic in age. But Bouaga feels complacent. He feels relaxed. He rides Lexus 1.5 million waterproof customers. He lives in Rolls-Royce. He's okay. Everything is fine with him. When the Liberians are dying, he don't care. But that's the ego mentality, because what he wanted, he has already gotten it. So he does not care any longer. He saw Bouaga, he came from Morocco. He went on a farm to celebrate a birthday. They were eating lobsters, drinking wines. When Liberians are going to bed with boiled cassava. When Liberians cannot afford a meal to eat a day. This is a country. But listen to President Bouaga. This is the speech he delivered in Abuja, Nigeria. Listen to him. I'll just summarize just few paragraphs. Just few paragraphs of his speech. Listen to what he said.
Production, particularly of palm oil. Allow me to begin by expressing my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency, Senator Hope Uzodimma, for the gracious invitation extended me. I am deeply humbled by your kind words about Liberia's progress under our leadership and by your recognition of our effort to restore integrity, strengthen institutions, and rebuild the foundation of our national development. For convening this important summit, Governor, allow me to recognize the critical role Nigeria played for us to be where we are today. We want to thank you very much. We remain grateful for your brotherly role. Your vision to unlock Imo State economic potential is both timely and essential. As the fourth richest state in Nigeria and the third highest on human development index,
listen to him.
Imo State is an inspiration.
The governor of Imo State, but he is
the theme of the summit,
but he said your vision
unlocking Imo's economic potential, speaks directly to the opportunities and challenges facing many African states today. Across the
Is it a timely?
continent,
Is it untimely?
we see a
Is it
desire
an appropriate time
to
right now,
transform natural
President?
blessings
Are you a
into
president?
tangible prosperity, to move from potential to productivity,
In Nigeria,
and to
what are
shift
you
from
doing
dependency
to
to
address
innovation, dream
the
growth?
pressing needs of
Imo
Nigerian
State
people?
is not alone
Economic challenges.
in this quest.
Are you addressing
Liberia
someone
is on a
else?
similar path, as are many other
Imagine this.
neighboring
The
states.
vision to unlock.
As we reflect on the task before
Why
us,
are you not unlocking
an African proverb
Nigeria's
reminds
economic
us
potential?
that
Is it
when spider webs unite,
the appropriate?
they can tie up a lion.
He
This
went from
proverb
the
teaches us that
across the continent.
even the most
We see a
complex
desire to
challenges
transform
can be
natural blessings
overcome
into
when we
political
work
prosperity,
together.
to move for potential
Partnership
productivity,
multiplies
and to shift
cooperation creates
from dependency to
possibilities.
innovation driven
Collective
growth.
effort
To
turns
shift from
potential into
dependency
progress.
to innovation driven growth.
This summit embodies
Listen to
that
that.
truth.
To shift from
Partnership is
dependency, yes.
key to
So that
sustainable
means
progress.
we should be independent, right?
Collective effort is the
Eh?
foundation
So
of
we are shifting from
long-term
dependency.
transformation.
We are.
The
We
Imo
want to. How
State
do we
is
become
fully
independent?
unlocked this economic
How do we?
potential. Three pillars must guide our
How
effort:
do we, folks?
partnership,
How are we
investment,
shifting from
and
dependency?
innovation. Honorable Governor, Excellencies,
How are we going to be
distinguished
independent?
ladies and
When you,
gentlemen,
President Bwaka, we
no
elected you, but you are
society
not creating the
advances
avenue.
alone. No government succeeds in isolation. The greatest development stories in history were built on cooperation between the public
Shift
sector,
from dependency
the
to
private sector,
innovation.
and communities.
Innovation
Imo State
driven
has the
growth.
opportunity to
How
build
are you
a
innovative?
new
Are you
alliance
also
that
living by
bring
what you're
together
saying?
government, investors,
From dependency
researchers,
to innovation driven
entrepreneurs,
growth.
and
How
global
are you
partners
innovative?
within
What
the
are the
shared
innovative things you are
framework
doing
of
for Liberia?
progress. For Liberia, partnership
Your
has been
citizens
the
are here.
backbone of our
They are languishing in
forward
abject poverty.
transformation over the past year.
But this is what you're saying to the world. This is what you are saying to the world, Bwaka. This is what you are saying to the world. Yes, we should leave. We should move. We should graduate from dependency to innovative driven growth. But this is Liberia. Honor your leadership. And Bwaka Wao said, across the continent, we see a desire to transform natural blessings into tangible prosperity. We see a desire to transform natural blessing into tangible prosperity, to move from potential to productivity, and to shift from dependence on the innovation driven growth. Now what the president say you. And let me highlight something in the speech. Let me highlight something he said. I listened to the entire speech. I listened to it today. Yes. I knew I was going to talk about it on the show. So I was listening to the speech and doing my own analysis. Yeah. And he said something about opposition. Yeah, so there's the part. The summit embodies the truth. Partnership is the key to sustainable progress. Collective efforts is a foundation for long-term transformation. Wow. I like this part. Partnership is the key for sustainable progress. Collective efforts is the foundation for long-term transformation. But Bwaka, what is the part when you talk about partnership? Your leadership has sidelined the opposition. You should be in partnership. That's what I said. There's no government that succeeds without the opposition. So partnership covers the opposition and the ruling establishment. They have their own ideas to bring on the table. They will bring their ideas on the governance table. You will bring yours. This country belongs to everybody. And everybody will sit on the round table and discuss ideas and how this country can be transformed, how we can all move this country forward.
But you are not. You are not. You should be taking the lead because you are in the driving seat. You are the president of the country. You have a responsibility to reconcile this country. If you are not calling for reconciliation, who do you think is going to call for reconciliation? It is you. You got to take the lead. Then he said, in one of the paragraphs, he said for Liberia, this one he's very specific, he's very precise, he's very just, he's very concise. He says, for Liberia, partnership has been the backbone of our current transformation. Wow. Now what Baga say? Partnership for Liberia. That what he said in Nigeria for Liberia, partnership has been the backbone of our current transformation. Yes, but not yes. Partnership, I agree with it to some point. If you understand what Baga said in this context, that partnership has been the backbone for our transformation, but not under your leadership, not under your stewardship, not under previous governments. Under previous governments. Perhaps the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the George Weah leadership. Because the partner, George Weah partner with former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. There was nothing that George Weah did without referencing the former president. But you are not doing it. So you are not partnering. So under their leaderships or under their governments, partnership was the backbone of Liberia. But under your leadership as the president of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, partnership is no longer the backbone for Liberia's transformation. You are not partnering with anybody. Your predecessors, you are not partnering with them. You feel that you are the King Solomon. He thinks, the president thinks, no man is an island. The president feels that he is the wisest man. He is the King Solomon of our dispensation. So he knows everything. He doesn't need ideas for others. No, he can do it all by himself. And that's what I say, he's the immaculate. Very clean. No dirt, no stain, no blemish. This is the president you have today. A president who feels that he knows. And that's why there's a saying that says, anyone who thinks he knows nothing. George Weah was president of this country. Everything George Weah completed the ministerial complex, though it started for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. He dedicated it and he invited the former president. And leave that ministerial complex in honor of the president, the former president. But you are not doing so. You are not emulating Weah's good examples. You should be emulating those examples as a good leader. The Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ministerial complex. I'm sure that was under your leadership. you would have named it after you. But because you don't want for for your predecessor name to surface or anything, you feel that when their name surfaces or surface, that will be a political goal that will score against you. But it's good to give praise to whom it is deserved, to whom it belongs. You think everything George Weah was doing by inviting the former president, because George Weah knew he took over from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, as Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was a predecessor. So as the successor, he knew that Ellen maybe knew some of the loopholes. So he could not do it all by himself, all alone. So he needed some assistance from a predecessor. And that's why you saw George Weah succeeded. Because George Weah didn't say, I'm the immaculate. I'm pure. I'm from heaven. I know everything. George Weah didn't say that. You think George Weah was insane when he was naming the ministerial complex? That ministerial complex was completed under his leadership. George Weah would have said, no, I don't want to mention Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's name. But why do you think George Weah named the ministerial complex after the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? George Weah built the PHP Park, the Spoke Park, during the dedication. He took the former president alone to go for the dedication. She praised George Weah. She spoke at the gathering. Since you came to power, since your ascendancy, how many times have you invited
their predecessor George Weah for program, what a dedication, whatever program, to just have some talks with him. Have you done it before? Because you are not a leader. A leader does not behave like that. A leader opens up for others. A leader shares ideas with others. A leader brings others on board for the betterment of the country. But you haven't done it. But anytime you hear George Weah, it's almost like something is almost like a thorn that is joking you. That's something that's in your body that's pinching you. You don't want to hear about George Weah. So you don't want to invite him? Word of dedication? Or to have, yes, that's how it should be. As a leader, that's how it should be. But you are not doing so. And this is bad. That's why today your government has been strangulated. Your government is strangulated because of the way you're proceeding. It's because of the way you're proceeding. Folks, this is not good for our country. That's why you're not succeeding. All of the different travels you're making, you come back to the country, you bring nothing to the country. Nothing you bring back to the country. Nothing. Nothing you bring back to the country. People are dying. You go to Imo State, nothing there. Nothing again. You come right back here with nothing again. Nothing again you'll bring back to this country. We can continue to live like this in this country. This is wrong, folks. As a president, you need to work with your predecessors. You cannot succeed all by yourself. You cannot succeed alone. You got to work with your predecessor. You got to work. George Weah has connections around the world. Let's assume if you had the kind of cordial relationship with George Weah will have used his influence to speak with some of his counterparts, some of his colleagues around the world. Some of them are presidents. Like Emmanuel Macron of France. He's a friend of the former president George Weah. George would have taken his telephone and just call President Macron. He said, President Macron, yes, this is my country. Though I'm not the president, but yes, can you help President Bouaka? Yes, because of my country, because I love President Bouaka, because I love my country. And don't you think because of George Weah, Macron can be able to help this country? You don't think so? But you don't want to invite George Weah? You don't want to see George Weah? Then you want to succeed? You think it's possible? No, it's not possible. We need to graduate. We need to graduate from these things. It's not good for our country. We're not moving. That's why our country is stagnated. We're not going nowhere. We're just here. We're just here. Yeah, folks, I see you. Let's go to the telephone line and pick some calls. Let's get the interaction. 0772 23 99 33, 0886 30 44 97, 0777 98 03 75. Let's get your interaction on. We'll go to the telephone line. 0772 23 99 33, 0886 30 44. We'll go to the female line, the women's line. I'll speak with this person. Good evening.
Lizzie Masson, hi, Camille.
I'm okay. What's your name?
My name is Mama G. I'm calling from FE.
Yeah, Mama G, let's say.
Yeah, you're talking about Joseph Bagabili. The men are dead. The cosa said that dead men working. So that dead men working. Nothing good come from out of these men. Say they say you have seen it. Look at my give it today. I was there. You see that breaking glass and someone just say somebody die. They went bury. So that they can't say him. But I want to for you to compare with Joria. Joria good like I said. I want to for you to compare with him because he's not him or he's animal. He animal, not different from animal. The man say he can dance with devil and he's dancing with devil today. Then you compare him with good somebody. When your child coming on, when made a say, when you make friendship with rule, so got that rule, so the how you looking. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you for your point. We appreciate. Let's go to this line. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay. What's your name?
Thank you. Nito, I'm Spencer Mohammed. La call from a proper corner, down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter community. Nito, thank you very much. Nito, you see, there is a saying that says, life and death lies on your tongue. Meaning, whatever that we say on earth, it haunts us in as we endeavors with life struggle. Joseph Newman Boakai is on record of telling the world and Liberians that he will deal with devil if it causes him to get the presidency. Indeed, he did it, and today that's the result. That's why he has made 27 international safari without any return. This man is not connected. Evidence by own cabinet retreat, a public statement that he made in the cabinet retreat that all of the track we made, we are now about to track. How will you track the result of your trip when you were in person? You did not bring any reports or any benefit of your travel in person. Then you say we'll track it. What is the possibility of getting positive results by tracking the issues that you yourself did not benefit in person? However, when it comes to the issue of their homegoing, look, Nito, this is a national farewell program for Twitter Army or Unity Party. Unity Party was defeated on that same program, on that same headquarters. Now that they are going there, they are telling the Liberian people, say, farewell to politics, 2029, President Weah will defeat us, and there will be nothing that Unity Party that will exist in the history of Liberia. Farewell, December 6th, Unity Party, evidence for all of that program from Nimba to Bon County to Makibi being distorted and rejected by the people. This is a national farewell day. This is not a homegoing day. Thank you very much for always giving us the opportunity to make our presence on national issues. Thank you very much.
Okay, Spencer, thank you for your participation. We appreciate it. Let's go here. Good evening. Good evening.
Thank you very much.
Nathan, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Nathan, thanks for having me. Thanks so much. I'm Ellis Corey, joining from Nima, just to serve in Bam City.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Nathan, you know the people there, Unity Party began a serious embarrassment to the Liberian people. And also began a failure. Can you imagine, Nathan? Unity Party had a fundraising program that said GB Rally in Nima. They see like every the VB came out to say I never came out. I mean, I never came back for the party. Rather, I never came back to sympathize with the past senator and with the late senator.
Wow.
Nobody. Yeah, there was nobody to turn on. Later, can you imagine the poor people, the common people who made you? He said he won't a GB for $150 US. They will go expose it. I thought you come and work and anybody say, yeah, if you get father, you can come forward to raise that phone receipt, but you say $150 US for $1 GB. At the end of the day, the whole area was quiet. After the VP stood over, you couldn't find anybody and started referring to Senator Nyato as a senior senator. It became a serious argument in Nima.
But not because
why did you senator?
I don't know what the VP, I don't know whether he's making research or what. They get senator depending on the number of votes you accumulated. They get senator of the first category. The senator that opted on the higher vote is the senator of the first category. And the second category is the senator that got the lower vote. So there are two senators. Senator of the first category, that's what the Constitution says. The first category and the second category, depending on the number of votes, each of them got.
So yeah, because a serious outbreak to the other community, they asking him, he had to come with better understand and help you understand why I'm referring to Senator Nyato as a senior senator. Newton's they are already get the strategy of the people. That's why anywhere they go, they become a failure. So thank you for having me on your program.
All right, my brother, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go here and speak with this person, the women's line. I think I have another caller here from the women's line. Good evening.
Hi,
I'm okay. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Teresa calling for 16th Street.
Yeah, Teresa, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for everything. The thing is, like, is it compulsory for you for somebody to go and do your groundbreaking? To force somebody to go to your groundbreaking?
Go for what?
What? So if I'm not satisfied with that, if I'm not satisfied with you, I will not go with you. Just force me. It's fixing. The fact is that they put them to listen here to make themselves look office, and then after now coming home, they will carry any people putting light all over, putting this one going around. I see people to do it. And then let me tell you something. I'm appealing to Governor Omar and their police people. Let me just say something. No, that's the issue, but I have to just talk. These people. There's a girl going around with things on her head. They say police will talk the getting. I swear to God, the get. If I have my phone, I'm going to call and send it to her. The girl was crying. Looking for the party who talk a thing, and everybody may say, so what happened? Who talk a thing? You know me. He said, I said, I'm not a man, when I want to get things. Can you imagine what class of their fault?
Amen. Amen. Say the police and all stealing from people.
Say the police, I said, so they get things, they get money, all around looking for the man. So I can't press and say, but you just kill the poor and make sure that whole family for each of them die. Because what made the father then you look at me and say, look at me, you can do nothing to me, nothing to me. You're making the culture look you ugly. Why you must be here like that? The president don't get it, he's not happy us. Things is very tough, people crying, people losing, people crying. Then they get out of the hospital, they care. Then you get there going from place to place, trying from country to country, going from place to place, you get nothing for us.
Yeah.
Then they say they're going lunch, they're going occupy the aircraft, they put it like all around, paying people to go there. People put it and just started. They want to read the magazine, it's just started. Then they say they put it to go tomorrow. They don't thank you so much. Let God bless you. Let God bless you. Whatsoever looking at God give it to you. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you too. We appreciate you. Too many calls coming in. Hello. Hello. Okay, so yes, I think Edmond Carr is on the line. Edmond. Hello.
Good evening, my brother.
I'm okay. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Edmond Carr.
Okay, Edmond.
Yeah, and thank you. And I remain a visionary impaired that is keeping this unprepared president to the fire to the lower. You know,
Edmond. Before you proceed, did you go at the complex yesterday for the what disabled program?
No. I didn't attend our program.
But you
that's an international.
You saw the manner in which your colleagues were discussed.
Yeah. That program is International Day of the Disabled, where you bring all the disabled from different categories and to celebrate that day. But let me first of all condemn that act against the disabled people yesterday. I think Gregory Coleman need to try. Not everywhere you will allow your police to go to carry on mayhem against disabled people. They were asking for what belonged to them. The guy carried them for the program, and then at the end of the program, he paid some of the people their way, and then he refused to pay other people way. So while they were there waiting, they called all the left on them. When they called all the left, they decided to go and barricade the main entrance of the ministerial complex. It was based on that. Samia Day ordered the police to come and flog the disabled people where you have disabled people running on the street yesterday for their life. They were tear gas, and that is unacceptable. We don't want that. So I come to say to them that we are with them, and we pray that things will get okay. But actually, things are not okay with the disabled setting.
All right, go ahead, make a
quickly to Bwaka. For me, I said the last time that I like what the Unity Party people are doing, because for you to take upon yourself at this time, where in the country they are crying all over, the citizens are complaining they're not finding their way through. So if you will prioritize raising money to build headquarters, instead of you using money to improve the health sector, to improve the public school sector, to improve the economy of the country, we told them that was a good step that they were taking, and it's going to play well for the opposition. As for me, I pray for every day that Unity Party continue to make all of these blunders, and we are capitalizing on their mistake. When we capitalize on it, they are angry. But what we are doing is in our favor. They play well, and this is why from Nima to Bomb to Mikey County, they have been rejected. And we can hope that these people of Mother County will reject these people as well. Because other county, they will sit and look at the boy and say, well, what are you telling me? If I can go in the market, I can find food to eat. I can find school fee to pay my children's school fee. Why should I go to raise money to pay party headquarters where they put them out? They could not afford just $100,000 to pay rent. They said they were paying $10,000 every month. They put it out, they could not pay. But just under 2 years, they have been able to acquire that property, and they are now on their way building several other headquarters across the country. That is very, very unconscionable. So we hope that other stakeholders and civil society organizations will come out and say to Bouaka that they are proceeding wrongly. But while they are proceeding wrongly, we are happy on what they are doing. So here he is in Nigeria. He tired now with the world. He go to Europe. He go to America. He go to Asia. He had to attract nothing to the country. So now he's now in the African region now, while he is in Nigeria. They invited by our governor sitting there, our President George Manoia is in Washington, D.C. So that is how life goes. So while he is a playboy, our president is making effort to see how best we'll be able to make a cover. So the conclusion on this now, it is clear. Then the United Party take it to the pen. Looking at Bouaka now, and looking at Bouaka into 2026, 2027, I can clearly say to the United Party people that Bouaka will not be capacity to participate in the 2029 election. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Edmond. We appreciate you. And let's go here. I think somebody's on the line. We can speak with this person. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. This person is not ready yet. So let's go here to the women's line. Good evening.
How you doing, Master?
I'm okay.
Okay, this is my speech tonight with you.
All right, Master, let's hear you. Go ahead.
We say that to my stop, bro, my friend Sherry, in the diaspora. No, my son, they can see no, later we are suffering in this country of Bouaka. Then you call it people shamelessly. You call it people, oh, pastor, you're not coming. Now you're making us shame to come to the party and to come to the plan. You're not working. He's saying that with no conscience. And people are suffering. Yeah, he's saying I no conscience. And that man was laughing when you look on it. You saw ain't no blue agreement. I'm telling you, check your Google. That man was laughing at that man now. Calling, oh, pastor, you're not coming. They want me all shit. You see blue t-shirt there. After everything, you go see blue t-shirt on a green t-shirt. Then you calling people. What for are suffering? You know, even here, Jesus was here. Says here, he was daddy and one with pop. They were drinking in the floor. And for the time was more than a part. If you can't in your hair, what I will show you to you to get you to go to eat it. What in this country? Here in West, say you can't rest in the door. Somebody back up. You will show you to get you to go before you eat it. What I say here, you're not dying. What the fool say you're not dying. They are our witness. They are nothing to us. Now let's now just keep us for food. You were giving for cap for a table. So they tell the people they are back. They folk get back to money when you go, they get followed behind you. They will stay in the ring and stop you walk out. You took a party for your carry to Bato, to I know to Nima, what I play carry it. And you say that people that Becky and left the city and all they follow behind me. Amen, Bouaka. Amen, Bouaka. You were so wicked to the extent put a hotel for you. You can look at them and get a piece of crumbs to eat for your hair, Mr. Bouaka. Not for fair year, for good faith year. You are calling all people the ego and learn today. You don't know anybody today. So call you and say, oh, Bouaka, help me. You get down for this. But and that was surprise, my son. They will fear more than that before you call it the guy, human being, the guy people in Monterano. You breaking their home down. Can you imagine? You breaking people home down, making them homeless. Then you go to Madrid when they come out to come for you. Why you breaking their phone down, breaking their home down? The plan get place to say, you're not they are suffering, and we are fine, we are saying it, but I get here to listen be celebrated. People are so wicked, evil with evil heart. What I go for you for the point too wicked. If for you, not if for you, who are if for you now? You call it for your party. Thank you, Macha. They will get more than that before they will get more than that people. They get something. Thank you.
Thank you, man, Sisi. Thank you. Let's go there. Good evening.
Good evening, brother Media.
Good evening. What's your name, my brother? Go ahead. Let's hear you make your point.
Yeah, this is Asikoma Law, according to Paul and Super Generation.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we lead the people follow. According to our Stena Barrow, that George Manuel, we lead the people follow. The people saw our groundbreaking in Kakata. They saw it. Said that why they want to do their own. And they go do their own, and they not even rethink. Therefore, Fana being that district for 12 years, already said the lawmaker. He get no authority or anybody because he was there just for a party. Yeah, for only he and his family. So we follow him. And moreover, again, people are hungry. Then you want to make for order, then you call him pastor. You didn't know when I go prepare a sermon for the coming son to go get offering. You know, that's that somewhere where you not get right for you, tell me. Eh, my brother, you know. That's about you can do it.
For what?
Oh, you did bother call John. Call no fair, call better. Look, you didn't make Capule, Pastor Capule. Oh, you know, I'm not offering the better get coming sorry. That was
we just say my coming. Pastor, please remember that.
I'm telling you, I'm better. Because they better run around, therefore, find Nana and get a position to LTA. Then the pastor stay there, the mayor still running a church that only the church the mayor depending on them. Therefore, find because he been there in LTA or in the government. And the pastor can hear someone.
My brother, thank you, man. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Neto.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, man, Ventura, calling from Johnson Bay.
Yes, man, Ventura, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. We always tell the people, they say, you say we are not educated, but we are educated more than the people saying. We live and you follow. You see? We don't want to teach you, people, how to do something to imitate her. Example, we are in power, the Congo petrol in the world, working for their money, paying their Congo. They say the city the Congo money, paying but now, go to 08, go to Charter, go to attitude, they pay duplicate in the men, the troll, and only that material. You see, because they follow up. So whatever 12 years, they do nothing. So we the one man that start paying us now. It's the city only paying us. So we need to follow. Therefore, follow. They say I was taking for they say, and well, I'm going to take your knee, like it down. Therefore, follow the need to get for you. Therefore, Anuaga, we say you can do it. Because a few times you have been blood money. So you are connected to the people that had a drunk, they mark people for that way in a short time. That's a self motor to get tired with him. Let me say you get tired with him. So let me say you have been they are very angry. You see the contract money, you pay party. Why you say you are coming to carry power and better the people's life? And bring you and bring job and not be working, so you can phone and say, well, you're not doing it. They're doing in power. They do form racing the party, when you put the visit, you break our party go down and we got angry. We put we together, we do form racing, we buy our cement bed and we carry it to pay our party because you break our party go down. Your party go down and break down, but they show you also because you can't pay rent. And you know what I'm saying? Then yesterday now. You eat part and you see the okay resources. You 8 million by the you will pull up and say you inform with it. But let me tell you, the 2 other one are black. We know that we're going to by the panel where they want to up. But straight to the land, we come in and screaming and the other fire on the city. We will take over the people that are people property like property. One guy is a me man, my brother. It's a me man. And I people say, John, we have a divine money. I open them away. Then I go to now. So you want the country, you want to cover that country now. The way you mean they will suffer good sense yet because you're not getting it down. All the ministers of America, they're not getting it down. They will suffer because the bad they make by air touching it today. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's speak with this person. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Sergeant. And good evening to the people's stations.
Yes, good evening.
I do join you from the most abandoned communities in Central Moravia where people stay drinking from the drainage. I mean, Slave Crime community, right near Central Bay of Liberia.
Wow.
Chief, let me say thank you for your talking point on discussion. My name is Rivers and Peace Dish. Not to be called by people. These are the reality that we talk about in this country. But those guys are being a cock. They are desperate for power. They are hungry. They are power greedy. You see what happened in bombing? The cabinet retreat to bombing to tell the truth for the Liberian people. But thanks to the media team that went there, Bwaka on the cabinet members. He said, I thought you guys told me that you have contact. But I don't have contact. To be honest with you, Chief. God told me that we could give almost thousands of young people jobs a year. But why you guys lie to me? These were the things, those were the things that we were talking to the Liberian people. We were telling them that this guy don't have any international connections. You see how God lied to the Liberian people? We sat down on a state radio where we're using our state resources and taxpayer and lied to the Liberian in the world that no push carry water from place to place in the community where in slavery community. Citizens are drinking from the drainage. Citizens are taking water from the drainage to cook. Can you imagine? Yes. But yes, Mr. Bwaka, your terms is above the law. You just 1.5 years active working because we're now to 2027 at Africa. So we want to be clear to you, October 5th, which will be on Wednesday. We're calling our Liberians to go to the pool early in the morning to vote for George Mano William successfully. One bad veteran. Last people, I want to inform the Liberian that George is healthy. George is watching Washington DC, deciding on how the football will be played 2026 World Cup. And there were great players, Donald Trump, Infantino, and the rest. So thank you for affording me the opportunities, and we're following keenly.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah. They know all food for the pastor. The pastor love what's people there. The pastor bagay. The hospital is going white to table. So the pastor then I want to do one judge there so that they will love they may the pastor there hospital is saying what happened. Now every day they will be on food. They will put a t-shirt on food. If you put a t-shirt, you're not going to teach it outside. They go on outside there. Now I want money to already do for me a one day. They will not be in peace. Because we hope the parents say, oh, they say that is speaking of money can do the money, one parents say that one by one. They pray any good plan. What would destroy it? Why they deal with a devil? Why not be here that day? That's what we find on your get to say that you get property. The money for your father, your mother. That will shock me that they're in the speech.
All right, my best. Thank you. Thank you, my best. So I'll take two more calls. Yeah, two more. I think one male, one female. Okay, beginning with the female. One male, one female. So beginning with the female, let's go here to the women's line. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. All right, man, go ahead. Let's hear you.
We are not getting to the people. The people go with no pleasure. The people don't want to pass around it. Clean machine. They all want to tell me this morning. They say, oh, my dear. They say, oh, that's but they say, okay, we're not being people. Your people, they want to come. They will get a thing out to go. They grab the wrong.
when we are coming, not the thank you. I say, when we are coming, machine, no electricity inspector, no control, everything for that was everything. When you look at the bomb, you keep to say, all I find international always go find again. So that is school, so he go in school, he go to private government school, and teachers sitting out on class, or he sitting out on chair, but they take me lesson. Kind of be there, you know, that all student, I want to do different studies. But you know, that.
Alright, man, baby, let's go. No time. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Brother Abraham D.
Yeah, yes, Abraham, you are our final caller. Go ahead. Your final caller.
Yeah. So, while you were saying, the people there, they have nothing to show but to be begging people around. And God choose you and choose you. Do not force law. But the same thing I made today, instead of morally sensitive, must not give the people power. Give the people power. It's a man lead us to. Then you are regretting it. So, 2029, the bugger is weak, they were looking weak, get it wrong. The May 2029.
I'm not the person now.
The heat that can take breath. You see that you 2029, I'm putting no fear in you. But then they go and see all that training. I Abraham in Ghana say fang on lion here. Still West Point we go more open when we there. They will not get away. So thank you for the show, God bless you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. We appreciate it as well. Okay, so folks, and of course, that's all the time we have to be over here. First, let me say this, and just before we go home, and to all of our folks and all of our supporters and all of that, like we said the other day, the fundraiser is very essential, and you would note that, to be an opposition, radio station or media institution, very critical. So yes, you will sense that there will be challenges, there will be problems. The government will try to strangulate and all of that. So there are some constraints, but in spite of those constraints or challenges, yet and still management is still making frantic efforts to make sure that the station is on every day. And yes, through the innovation of the Antonia Law, Abraham Garson Williams, he's always there to some extent, give his own personal resources just to make sure you get fuel for the generator. But it's capital intensive. You need to get fuel for the generator. You need to get gasoline for the gasoline generator. Imagine you need to buy LDC. So sometimes LDC goes, you have to put the machine and all of that. So it's not easy. So sometimes that's why sometimes will come. So now all of that, sometimes we don't need to tell you on the show. But once you see us talking about this on the show, just in passing, it means that, we don't need to explain everything in due to. And we wouldn't sit here on this platform to tell you to explain everything in due to. Definitely. We wouldn't do that. Yes. So there's a new month, right? Today just the 4th. At least whatever contribution you have, that will be able to help for the upkeep of the radio station, to get gasoline, to get fuel oil, to buy LDC. That will help to augment the effort of management. We're just appealing to you. Whatever little you have. Yes, like today is Thursday, we're about to go to the weekend. So we've been struggling with issue of LDC and all of that. So it's not easy. Even our folks in the diasporas, we're really looking at you guys. And these are the numbers. The numbers are always there. That's why the numbers are on the screen. Yes, because management can't do all. Yes, we are riding the same boat. We are together. So we need your support too. We need your support. Whatever support you have, it's necessary. That will help us to have the station every day. Because I know sometimes, the day you don't maybe Kiss FM or the day, you're not seeing, maybe let's talk about it, the different talk shows we have here. Maybe you tune in and they are not on. Sometimes, you get concerned, right? But why I'm not seeing the program online? Yes, but there are too many things. So you see the numbers are there. I think Neil was trying to arrange something for the diaspora uncle, but yet and still the station is still on. We still need to keep the station running. And the numbers are right on the screen there. +231 555 885 885. That's the SendWave number. The orange money. The orange money is 0777 017 885. So we wouldn't sit here, folks, our supporters from the diasporas from Liberia, whatever contribution you can be in Liberia, whatever little contribution you send, even to the orange number, we will appreciate it. Our folks, our brothers, our sisters, our CDC brethren from the US, from the diasporas, whatever contribution. Yeah, we can be all the one. Even one container of fuel oil, or one thing of fuel oil, whatever. We can get it. That will help. It's about complementing the effort of management. You see, the numbers are always there. +231 555 885 885. That's the number. And the orange number is 777 017 885. That's the orange money. 777 017 885. The same wave number is +231 555 885 885. +231 555 885 885. Whatever contribution you can send it, we will appreciate. That will be, that will enable us to keep the station running. Like we're about to go for the weekend, we need gas on the week generator. We're really appreciate. But now everything will continue. So that's it, folks. Having said that, and that's all the time we have. Like my brother, no soup balls more than palm butter. Yeah, it's my guy. Yeah, thank you, my brother. Yeah, no soup boiled more than palm butter. Yeah, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for the compliment and for the best wishes. Okay, so that's all the time we have to be here. Folks, my name is Newton Tokpa. Until we are back here tomorrow, we hope to be here on the Diaspora edition of the program Face the Issues. But before I finally take leave of you, I would like to acknowledge the effort of Anthony Abraham Garcia William, the attorney at law, who is always there and to do whatever it takes to make sure that the station is on and running. And always there to build us up, who is believing in us to sit in his capacity when he's not around. He believes in us whenever he's not around. He has that explicit confidence in us that we can sit in a capacity and do, if we can do 100%, but we'll do our utmost best. So thanks so much. Once again, my name is Newton Tokpa. Have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.
We get iron, we get all, we get timber, we get rubber, they sell the money in the bank and we are leaving, I saw the under the last cause I be the quarter, but what kind of tree will go, waka, retire, waka, what kind of tree will go.